I mean, think about it. You got Edomites. You got Edomites that wouldn't trade places with LeBron James, but they call him King James. Think about that. They call him King James and that name stuck. Because they're like, yo, man, how's he able to do what he's doing? Or Michael Jordan, how they able to do that, man? And then notice we like to have fun, right? We know how to have fun. And you just know the world will be a better place if we rule it, right, Akins? Yeah, and guess what? Yahawashi said that's exactly what's going to happen. Man. That's right. All right, and we can't wait for that. Go ahead.
Back to Revelation?
Yeah.
Revelation 19 and 12. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself.
Right. And when it says on his head was many crowns, don't be stupid. It's not talking about Yahawashi walking around a whole bunch of crowns stashed up in his head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, crown for each country.
Yeah, that's not what he's talking about. Those are what you call victories. When you take over kingdoms, you can take somebody's crown without physically wearing his crown. It's called victories. He's gonna decimate the nations, man. All right. What?
Come on, verse 13. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood.
What?
And his name is called the Word of the Most High.
Right. And read that again.
Come on. Revelation 19 and 13.
What?
And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of the Most High.
Now, go jump to, what was that, Isaiah? Who is that cometh from Basra?
63.
Yes, I think it's 63 and 1. Right?
Yep, Isaiah.
Yeah, Esau's afraid of the prophet Isaiah, man, because things like this, these things are written down, and they have not. He knows they haven't happened.
Yeah.
He tries to put out information in history books, but it doesn't make sense. You know, it doesn't add up scripturally.
Yeah, it doesn't, because he's not being Esau's not being subjective. He's being objective, which he can't help it. Like I said, I'm not mad at Edomites and the world child for trying to hold on to their wicked kingdom. I'm mad at Jay for not wanting to take them down, bro. Yeah. Why would I be mad that Esau wants to be a slave? Who the fuck wants to be a slave? Show me somebody who wants to be a damn slave. So I'm not surprised. They're supposed to buck. They're supposed to try to put space station and trying to fight the Lord when he could. They're supposed to do all that. The crazy thing is we want to be fucking slaves. 2/3, it's like, oh, it's okay for you, Esau, to lead us. No, man.
Right.
But
This is the book of Isaiah 63 and 1.
What?
Who is this that cometh from Edom,
What?
with dyed garments from Basra?
What?
This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Right, and it said dyed garment with Basra. It's not really talking about Yahawashi getting in there down and dirty. You know, now, although Yahawashi did say there's two people, whoever they are, that stabbed him, and he remembers them. And you know, listen, you remember Yahawashi is a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. If somebody is stabbing you, and you know this motherfucker, you know he was looking at him. He had his death stares like, man, I'm gonna get you, motherfucker. I got you, dog. That's you know, we all got personal vendetta. Like, that's Yahawashi's personal vendetta. Them two cats.
Got a horrible death. You stabbed, you stabbed the savior of these people.
Hey, man.
Yeah, lunch.
You know that
well, it was written that way.
You know, you see somebody killing you, and he's sick of joy. You like, I got you, man. I got you. So that's Yahawashi's personal vendetta. So he gonna make sure them two dudes, he gonna he gonna slice their heads off, and then the rest we gonna take care of the rest. He just want them two dudes. You know what I'm saying?
They were written in there for a reason, bro.
That's right. Bring it up.
Yeah, bring that out. That's prophecy too.
Yeah, like,
you got this guy Quinal saying nobody's prophesying. What? When is this gonna happen, man? The Lord wrote these two people down for a reason. The same reason. I'm pretty sure Paul accursed a lot of people.
yeah.
But that one man was Alexander. He cursed him for a particular reason, man.
Yeah, he had a personal vendetta with him. And you know that. There's certain men that are wicked and they fuck with you. You like, yo, I got when I get the chance, I'm gonna deal with this cat.
Yeah.
You know, what they say in the world, when I see you, it's on, what's that?
On sight.
On sight.
On sight.
You know, we ain't got to talk. We not talking, it's on sight, man.
Hey, that's how I was feeling with Littleworth, man.
Yeah.
I used to always tell Littleworth, let's go in this alley, man.
Yeah, man.
I want to talk to you about the scripture.
It's all sight, man. There's certain people like that. You ain't gotta talk to them. There's nothing to say to them, man. You just gotta send them to see the Maker, bro. It's like you gotta go and see the Maker. There's nothing we gotta talk about. That's what Yahawashi is gonna do to them cats. Bring it out.
Yeah, Revelation 1 and 7.
What?
Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him,
What?
Right.
and they also which pierced him,
What? They also which pierced him, right?
and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, Tawab.
That's right. So those individuals that pierced him, you know, like I said, that's why, like Zaquan said, it said we all, even those that pierced him. So, hey, Yahawashi is a man. Now, he's a God. He's not come back as a man. But guess what? We talked about emotions, right?
Yep.
Ain't that an emotional thing to do? To point out certain cats that did some wrong to you? But if you emotionally take care of them, like I said, what? And in righteousness does he judge and make war.
Yeah.
As long as you're doing it in righteousness, it's okay to be emotional. It's called spiritual understanding, man. All right? So what we got?
Back, Revelation 19?
Yeah, yep.
Revelation 19 and 14.
Right.
And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses,
Right.
clothed in fine linen, white and clean.
Yo, read that again?
Yeah. Revelation 19 and 14.
Right.
And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses,
Right.
clothed in fine linen, white and clean.
Yeah, that's right. That army is talking about the angels, man. All right? That's talking about the angels, and they're coming out, you know, with the spirit. It's purity, yet it's a pure spirit that's going to bring about destruction. All right? It's a pure spirit that's going to bring about destruction. When the angels take over the skies, you know, like I said, what's that, Revelation 12, there was one in heaven?
There's been a lot of chariot sightings, man. And I feel like there's a lot going on in this area, because I don't know if you brothers have noticed. I know it's a lot up in this area where I'm at.
What?
You hear a lot of fighter jets recently, man.
Yeah.
And they be flying super low. Just today, I seen one flying low, and it was zigzagging, making moves. It looked like it was chasing a chariot.
Might have been.
That's what I thought in my head. I was like, this fighter jet's probably chasing a chariot, because remember when they sent them. When there's other videos of chariots on YouTube, and these militaries of the earth, they actually send the fighter jets after them to try and capture them on camera, or to see if they could just get rid of them. Because if something flies into the airspace and picks up on the radar, they have to automatically activate the Air Force to send something out there,
Yeah,
whether it's a drone or actual human.
Yeah, but
You know?
they don't stand a chance because, you know, those
They had that one
chariots.
chariot that went underwater in Brazil.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Chasing a chariot,
And it
it just went underwater.
Yeah, because they don't understand that the chariots themselves are beings. You know, they're angels themselves. That's why the angels, the physical angels that we know, they don't ride the chariots like you ride a vehicle, because the chariots themselves are beings. You know, they're spirits, and they communicate with the physical angel that's inside of them. That's why they're able to move the way they move, through thought process. You know, but Esau's engines, they're not alive. So you gotta maneuver them, and they run with fuel, not spirit. The spirit is eternal, but the carnal is what? Temporary. So and then you got the agility, when the angel goes left and right, then you gotta turn around and all. Man, come on, man. Please. That's why it's gonna be an annihilation, man. Let me get that revelation. It was 1 and a half, 12.
There's a good one in 17.
Okay. Get revelation first.
12 and what?
It's 12
Oh,
and
war in heaven? Oh, I got it.
Yeah, war in heaven. 12 and
Revelation chapter 12 and 7.
Right,
And there was war in heaven.
right.
Michael and his angels fought against the dragon.
Right, that's the upcoming war that's coming, man. That's what you call that's, you know, see, that's what I said. We weren't hearing this when that quarantine shit started. That's how you know the people in society are slowly but surely going against what the government is saying. There's a disbelief of the government and its bullshit, man. Yeah, and a lot of people know that any virus that's A flu virus cannot withstand the heat, sunlight. With this much sun, ain't no way you can catch a coronavirus because it kills that shit on sight, man. See, people done that research, so they turn on the news and CNN and them, you know, that work the medium, what they call the media, and they tell you to stay at home. They're like, man, that's bullshit. But when Esau comes down, they say, guess what? If you don't stay your ass home, you're gonna get arrested. That's when you're gonna see that system arrested. All right, you ain't telling these people to go back home, bro. You're not telling these. They went home. They realized it was bullshit. You're not telling these people to go back home. All right, that's why it's gonna be a lot of deaths and destruction here in America. Right?
That's right.
Right, brother.
Revelation 12:7. And there was war in heaven.
Right.
Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought his and the dragon fought and his angels.
Right. That's called a holy war. You know, because you're gonna have the Third World War, which is gonna take place in the Valley of Jehoshaphat in the Middle East. But when America gets destroyed, you're still gonna have a remaining of the other nations, right? You know. So when those nations and Ezra's, I want what the brother say he was gonna hold. You know, he was holding it. Ezra's, it tells you that what they was afraid but does fight, and they're gonna come together. The rest of the nations are gonna come together after America's destroyed to try to fight against the Lord. That is the holy war. The word holy goes back to what? Separate or special, distinguished war. That's a war that's never taken, that has never taken place before. The type of warfare when you fighting against beams from another dimension. That's the holy war. That hasn't happened yet, but it's gonna happen. Okay? Right.
I got a quick precept, brother. 17 and 17. This is Revelation chapter 17, verse 17. For the Most High hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High Yahawashi should be fulfilled. Keep going. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth.
Yeah, that's America.
Wait a second. Read 17 and I'm sorry, it started at 14. That's what 14 count. This is Revelation chapter 17, verse 14. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. Right. For like he is like the brother said, they don't stand no chance. The Lamb's gonna overcome them. You really think you're gonna beat Michael the Archangel in a fight? That's crazy. Even the angel, was it Raphael, who receives the prayers?
He's a warrior too.
You think you're gonna fight Raphael? He's just gonna sit there and let you beat him just because he receives prayers?
My thing is, how do you? But see, there's ranks. How do you even get to Raphael, man? You know how many many captain angels are under Raphael, man? These are archangels, man. Yeah. Before you even get to them, you got to deal with the low, what you call the low rank angel, which he can destroy the whole earth by himself, man. So,
you got an angel that was standing in the sun. The scripture says.
Yeah. They're standing in the sun. They're sending fire, right? Just like the angel that appeared to Samson's mother and Samson's father. He literally lit up a fire and jumped on it, and was just hovering in that big fire. You know those fires that you made on the altar back then,
or the hibachi Japanese
like
steakhouse
the hibachi
type
when
style.
it just goes up. Yeah, the fire went up. And he jumped on it and was just like hovering inside of it. So that's why they were like, whoa. Yeah. imagine
they
that.
Thought they was going to be put to death.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, man. So that's what we dealing with, man. That's the inheritance of Yasha Allah. But we've been so carnal for so long that we've been detached. Right? Oh, Jeremiah 17:4. We've been discontinued from those great deeds that the Lord has done and used to do, you know what I'm saying, with us. But those are coming back. Angels are going to start to come back around and manifest themselves physically and talk to brothers. And you will listen. When they show up, you will know. You know what I'm saying? You will know, man. You will know. Because sometimes I remember yesterday I was just sitting there looking at the stars, considering, pondering, looking at the stars. You're like, oh man, there's a lot of chariots lately. Then the Spirit just told me, man, listen, the time is going to come where you're gonna need it, because sometimes you're like, oh man, I wish I could see angels. Like, nah, man, the time is gonna come when it's gonna happen. You're gonna see them.
Plus, we've seen them before.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm talking about like not just like in like a humanoid, not the physical humanoid form. I'm talking about with the when
Oh,
they show
angels.
up,
Okay.
right? The angels when they show up and they kind of reveal a little bit of their spiritual essence,
Yeah.
and then that's when men used to get on their knees because that's when the angel showed up and with his spiritual essence, and you could see that energy, that bright energy that's like the sun. And you like, yo, I gotta get down. I'm gonna be blind. You know, so that's the type of stuff you're gonna start seeing, man.
Jeremiah 17 verse 4.
Right.
And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage
Right.
that I gave thee.
Right.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger which shall burn forever.
That's right. You know, and that's read that again now.
Yeah. Jeremiah 17 verse 4.
Right.
And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
Right. You know, dealing with the angels, that's part of our heritage. You know what I'm saying? Especially on that level, that's part of our heritage. And we've been discontinued from everything, man. But the Lord has brought us back. We've been reconciled through the blood and the sacrifice of the Lamb, which is Yahawashi. Okay? So that means we've been brought back friends again. All right? And guess what? You may not know, but the angels are constantly dealing with you. Why? Because although they're in the fourth dimension, they're always around you. Because remember, the fourth dimension is a world within the world. You understand what I'm saying? The third is within the fourth. Meaning the angel could be right there, but you don't see him. Where is he? He in the fourth dimension. So they're constantly, driving thoughts into your mind. You know, when they pour the Holy Spirit inside of you, when you pray, the Lord gives them the order to pour the Holy Spirit inside of you. So the angel's always dealing with you, man. So you don't, if you're a spiritual man, then there's no need for you to sit there and pray that you see him physically. Because you know they're always dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? Right.
I got a precept. Hebrews 1 verse 14.
Right.
Speaking about the angels, are they not all ministering spirits?
There you go.
Sent forth to minister for them who shall be heirs of salvation?
That's why the angel told John, I'm your fellow servant
That's right.
of your brethren. Meaning the angels are there to serve us. They won our wars for us.
Yeah, man.
You know, they won a lot of wars where we didn't even have to fight. Where they shooting lightning bolts at the chariots and the footmen. You know, you reading the Maccabees, you know.
Yeah, when you go through all kinds of hardship and adversities and trials and tribulation, right? And then you pray to the Lord, and then the situation flips on your favor. What you think just happened? Yeah, the Lord gave the order to the angel to flip the situation, man. Even when you you get depressed and all that, and then you pray to the Lord, you read the scriptures. The Most High said, all right, man, pour more spirit on them. And then the Lord pours spirit, it clarifies your mind and all that. You're like, oh man, I feel better today.
And the thing is, it's not like the angels just like throwing some wind at you. The angels literally putting thoughts in your head. You know? Angels put thoughts into your head. When the scripture talks about, get Isaiah 30, let me just show an example. Get Isaiah 30 and 20.
It's very important to go into this, man, because the major battle, the major battle for us, hopeful elect, is the battle that's going on in our hearts. You know, the old angel and demon. You got so many demons latching onto you, man, on a day-to-day basis. Do you understand that wherever you go, whoever you talk to, there's spirits that come with that. You can go into a building and come out with a whole bunch of spirits attached to you. You don't even fucking know.
Right.
You could talk to a person that start to say something. You may not know, but they just threw some demons at you, and now it's on you, and it's gonna start fucking with you. So you got so many spirits latching on. So the Most High send an angel when you pray, and then the angel will be like, "Hey man, leave him alone, man. Get out of here." That's how it goes, man.
Go ahead,
This is Isaiah 30 and 19.
Right?
For the people shall dwell in Zion at Jerusalem.
That's right.
Thou shalt weep no more. He will be very gracious unto thee at the voice of thy cry. And when he shall hear it, he will answer thee. Verse 20, and that the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore.
Well, that's even, I could even use that too. The reason why they're not being removed because the angels are protecting them.
That's right.
They protected our ancestors, the prophets, the teachers. They came back now. They protected them so that the word could be preserved. Go ahead.
It says, "But thine eyes shall see thy teachers." It says, "In thine eye." Oh no. Yeah, verse 21. It says, "In thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it."
That's the angel. That's the angel. And now you're gonna hear it in your voice, of course. You're not gonna hear the angels. The angel has his own speak a Lashwan Quadash to you, and you're just
Yeah.
like, what is that noise?
Yeah, because
You know?
what the angels do, I forgot the word, but I looked at that word. What the angels do, they are a power of influence. You know, just like spirits. That's what spirits do. Spirits influence your spirit. So when they give an order, they will influence, like the brother said, put thoughts. That's an influence. Possession, right? They will put thoughts into your mind. They will influence you into good deeds.
That's why the scripture says, let counsel go before every enterprise, basically.
That's right.
You know? I mean, not only with other brothers, but within yourself. You lay out the pros and the cons. Like in the scriptures, it says, before you consider to do this work, wouldn't you want to sit down first and count the costs?
That's
You
right.
know, when you're weighing that out, the angel has to work on your mind to say whether are you going to continue or you're going to be prevented from continuing.
That's right.
You know?
When you look up the word enthusiasm, because I looked up enthusiastic or enthusiasm, enthusiastic actually goes into being possessed by a spirit and stuff.
Be enthusiastic.
Yeah, being enthusiastic means to be possessed by a god or a spirit.
There you go.
So,
That's right.
did you read 20 again?
It says, "In thine ears shall hear a word behind thee saying, This is the way, walk ye in it.
Right?
When ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left."
Mm-hmm.
You going?
That's right. That's
That was it. That was it. They control everything.
That's it. That's it. What you got, brother?
I appreciate it.
Bring it up.
We're gonna wrap up.
Philippians 2 verse 13. For it is the Most High which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasure.
Read that again.
Philippians 2 and 13. For it is the Most High which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasure.
That's it. Man's going is off the Lord.
That's right.
So if we can't understand our own way, we just go according to the Spirit, man.
That's right.
He's the one who wills it. Any more precepts before we close out? All right. All right, man. With that, you want to say Kal Halal?
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahawashi Ba'Shem, Rakakadash.
Of course, giving double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom salutation to all you sincere occupants across the four winds. Hey, continue to push this word, man, till Yahawashi come back, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem, Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.